भारत में भर दे धनुष भेद तम हर प्रकाश भय जगमग जग वर्धन तुम्हारा कर, साहित्य और संगीत की सेवा तुम्हारा है। सबके लिए सब दिन तुम्हारा खुला शिक्षा द्वार, कर दिया तुमने सभी को योग्यता अनुसार। जय जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय जय तुम्हारी पैदा किया तुमने अनेकों देश निर्मिता महान राष्ट्र की उत्थान में जिनका महत्तम योगदान। कला कृषि धनवंतरी इंजीनियरिंग विज्ञान साहित्य में तकनीक में जो अग्रणी इंसान। जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय तुम्हारी लहरा रहा जो यश पताका गगन मंडल में सदा। झुकने न देंगे इस ध्वजा को प्रण यही मन में बसा। मिलता रहे हम सबको विद्या अरु अभय वरदान। गाते रहे निश दिन तुम्हारी सुयश गाथा गान। जय जय तुम्हारी विश्वविद्यालय इलाहाबाद। जय जय तुम्हारी
I thank the students of music department, Yansu Kumar, Dennis Rajbans, Hussein Dubey, Gunjan Bajpayee, Kumari Yasmin, Diksha Mishra, Simran Shanna, Shubham Yadav was on harmonium, Lesh and Gautam was on tabla, and it was conducted in the guidance of Dr. Sal Jain of Department of Music. Now we will formally welcome our guest by presenting the bouquet. May I request Dr. Sujat Pandey to present the bouquet to our chief guest, Dr. Sujat I request Ms. Aliza to present the bouquet to our guest of honor, Professor Dignitary. I request Dr. Prabha to present the bouquet to our Dean Science, Professor Sharma. I request Neelam to present the bouquet to our coordinator, Dr. Sunil Vijay. Now it's my pleasure to invite coordinator of KBCAOS Center of Atmospheric Science and principal investigator of DST, Varahamihira Center of Excellence on Climate Change, to welcome our esteemed guest and say a few words about the center.
Thank you very much, Shaganji. Welcome you all in this inauguration ceremony. Welcome to Mr. Kumar ji. Param Adarani Professor Jagdish Shukla ji, distinguished university professor, George Mason University, States of America. Respected Dr. Abdesh Gupta ji, Secretary DST SPRB and Senior Advisor DST Government of India. Respected Professor Vijay Sharma ji, Dean Science, University of Allahabad. Immediate guest, Dr. Atul Kumar Sahai ji from Tropical Meteorology. Professor Rajiv Bhatla ji from Department of Geophysics, Banaras University, Professor R.K. Banerjee from Institute of Environment and Sustainable Development, Banaras University, Dean for various faculties, Directors of Institutes, eminent professors, and teacher colleagues from different departments of the university, officers of the university, media persons, and all who are participating in this inauguration ceremony. On behalf of Keynote Center of Atmospheric and Ocean Studies, as well as on my personal behalf, I welcome you all to this inauguration ceremony of DST Varahamihira Center of Excellence in Climate Change. I would like to place on record my sincere thanks towards the respected Dr. Akhilesh Gupta-ji for being kind enough to accept our invitation to become chief guest in this inauguration ceremony. And sir, we are very much thankful to you for joining us and giving your blessings on this particular occasion and guiding us on so many different things despite your busy schedule and busy schedule, sir. And various health issues also were there, but he made it to Allahabad and Prayagraj and today he is here participating in this particular event. You always encourage us, sir, to take up challenging problems of national interest and societal interest. And the establishment of this center has become possible only because of your dedicated support to us. And you have been continuously supporting us from over a decade in various research and developmental activities of the Banerjee Center of Atmospheric and Ocean Studies. You have brought a great deal to this university, conducted several projects with this university also. Many institutions like us in India as well as different institutions all over the world, they have eventually got benefited by your insight, by your wisdom, your dynamism, and your commitment, and we are grateful to you for this, sir. We want to express our sincere thanks and gratitude to our guest of honor and living legend, Padma Shri Professor Jagdish Shuklaji, for encouraging us by his august presence. Many of you may be knowing about him, but those who are not knowing, you can just Google the name of Professor Jagdish Shuklaji and you will be amazed by his biodata. So we can think of that we are seeing a living legend before us who has immensely contributed to the science and society across all over the world, be it Italy, be it like India, America, in different countries of Europe. So he has immensely contributed in the institution buildings. So many institutions which we think as premier institutions of the world. So if you go into the root of those institutions, you will find that those were established by Dr. Shuklaji and Buddhism. So I heartily welcome you, sir, in this particular program. I will not be hesitating in calling you the father of Indian monsoon meteorology and more specifically the Indian monsoon predictability studies. The Indian monsoon was unpredictable before Professor Shukla came up with the hypothesis that now there is predictability in the midst of chaos and monsoon is predicted at a particular time scale, or there are certain time scales in which the predictability of monsoon exists, and that has founded the very basis of monsoon predictability in India. So you can sense how much he has contributed for the development of the science and technology in India. And you have been an institution mentor, sir, as I have already told you, throughout your academic and research career spanning more than 50 years. Many of you may be knowing that Professor Shukla played a key role also in bringing the first supercomputer in India. And that was in, I think, way back in 1988 for the dynamical prediction of the weather and climate. I still remember your long association, which is, I think, more than 2 decades old with this university, sir. You have been a source of constant inspiration and motivation for us, and have taken keen interest in the activities of the department as well as in the university. And whenever you are coming to India, you make it a point to visit Prayagraj and bless us with your guidance, with your motivating words, with your inspiring words, and guide us on different aspects. How is the future of monsoon meteorology going to be? What are different aspects of monsoon and weather and climate in general? So, even when you are in USA, back in your workplace, you provide us all kinds of support, and you find time to visit us. Whenever you are coming here, you provide all kinds of research support in shaping up our academic and research career. From preparation of the concept note of this particular center of excellence to finalization of project proposal, at every stage your kind blessings were always there, and you were getting constantly your valuable input. So it was like several iterations were there before the draft was finalized. So we could make a draft, send to him for review, and he reviewed it and provided input, his guidance, his valuable suggestions to how to improve this draft so that it becomes better and better. And I'm sure that everyone present here will get benefited by your inspiring words, sir. You are a very good orator, so all of you will be witnessing that also. And we are very blessed and fortunate to have you, sir, here in this ceremony. Your presence is valuable for all of us. I would place on record my sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sangeeta Srivastava, for being kind enough to accept our invitation to preside over the ceremony. She takes keen interest in the departmental activities. Unfortunately, she could not come here due to bad health issues. Our Vice Chancellor is striving hard to make this university to the forefront in the country and helps us in organizing various of these kinds of activities, research and academic activities from time to time. And in addition to this, we want to express our sincere thanks and gratitude to our guest here, Professor Bhushan Sharma ji, Dean Science, for encouraging us by his august presence this morning, sir. I heartily welcome you in this program. You will get benefited by your motivating words, sir. Your presence is valuable for us as always, sir. And you have achieved a great success in the field of biotechnology and significantly contributed to the field of community and society by your research work. And your encouragement towards doing good science always helps us in planning and execution of the research projects. I must say that this kind of centers of excellence supported by the Department of Science and Technology are unique in some respect in the university system. You will find many such examples in the IITs or in many institutions, but in the university system, the funding of this kind for Center of Excellence by the Department of Science and Technology, specifically for working on a particular theme, these kinds of, like the examples of these kinds are very few. So, and where people from several disciplines, they come together for understanding, studying, and deliberating on a common issue of societal importance. And the launch of this center is very timely, I must say, because in the current scenario, all of you must be knowing that there are various efforts in trying to contain the greenhouse gas effects of the greenhouse gas warming and cope up with the challenges of climate change and more specifically the effect of climate change on the Indian monsoon availability and predictability. And the center was actually established with the objective of studying these things. And it will be important to know different techniques and solutions which can become immensely useful in effectively coping up with the climate change. And we should also be knowing or we should also be researching on various developments of Indian monsoon, resulting in occurrence of several hydrometeorological disasters also, and their compounded impacts. Like these days, we are witnessing a lot of heat waves, cold waves, extreme rainfall and temperature events. We see like the increase in frequency distribution as well as intensity of landslides and cloudbursts, tropical cyclones, for example, vector-borne diseases, respiratory problems due to air pollution, anthropogenic greenhouse gases, poor water quality, water contamination, water scarcity. So these are several issues, including the poor agricultural yield and malnutrition at several places. And it is needless to emphasize that understanding these issues and finding solutions for these issues of societal importance is critically important for well-being of millions of people who are living in this subcontinent. And one of the important components of the DST Center of Excellence is also to build the capacity to train the best possible, to provide the best possible training to the young researchers with the concepts and advances of Indian monsoon predictability and variability, and in the context of climate change to enable them to reposition themselves for optimal performance. And our aim will be to generate interest and encourage students to take up challenging problems of global as well as societal or national interest. With this, I must stop here and I welcome you all again in this inaugural ceremony and seek your kind blessings and your good wishes for the grand success of this event. Thank you one and all who are participating in this, who is participating in this particular ceremony, which is actually the formal launch of DST Center of Excellence in Climate Change. So as the center progresses and will be soon procuring the high-end workstation, so as the various developments actually come into the future, we'll be updating you from time to time. So thank you very much again for coming here and providing your good wishes for the launch of this DST Center for Excellence in Climate Change. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sunil. I feel privileged to introduce Dr. Akhilesh Gupta sir, who is chief guest on this occasion. Dr. Akhilesh Gupta has done doctorate degree from IIT Delhi from atmospheric sciences in 1999. He did the PhD postgraduate from Lucknow University in 1984. He joined IMD in 1985 and later to NCRWF in 1994. Dr. Gupta has been the advisor to Union Science and Technology Minister. He also served as secretary to the University Grants Commission during 2012-13. Dr. Gupta is presently secretary DST SAR and senior advisor in DST, heading policy coordination and program management division. And presently he is overall in charge of 5 national missions, which are National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System, National Mission on Quantum Technology and Applications, National Supercomputing Mission, National Mission on Strategic Knowledge on Climate Change, and National Mission for Sustaining the Himalaya Ecosystem. Dr. Gupta has published over 200 research papers in various national and international journals and proceedings. He is editor of 5 books, author of over 350 articles and nearly 1,000 reports. Dr. Gupta has been the author of Indian National Action Plan on Climate Change and head of secretariat which drafted India's new science, technology and innovation policy. Dr. Gupta is a fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, fellow of Indian Meteorological Society, fellow of Association of Meteorologists. He was also instrumental in finalizing the Anshuman National Research Foundation Bill, which was recently passed by Parliament and gazetted on 5th February 2024. With this brief introduction, I would like to invite Dr. Ashlesh Gupta sir to deliver the presentation.
Banerjee Shukla, the vision of Indian meteorology contributed immensely. The first, in fact, the recipient of the Silver Doctor Medal, India's most prestigious award in the area of monsoon. And he has been India contributing to India's meteorology for the last 5 decades. And he has been guru of all of us. Welcome to you, sir. It is wonderful to have you here. All the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Very good morning to everybody. This is the day we have been waiting for now. That I feel so very thrilled to be here. You know, every time Dr. Shukla comes to Delhi, and it hardly happened even that we don't meet. We always meet whenever he comes to Delhi. In fact, he always used to say, "I am the first call person in India." So when he lands, the first call we need to be. And every time we say that we need a center in Allahabad. Since we already had a center in DSU, it was very difficult to justify another center in UCP. And I will tell you that this is the 17th center of DST, Center of Excellence. And except DSU and Allahabad, all the rest of them are in IITs. But this is, so when I had a detailed analysis of why IITs are getting so much of funding, when I did an analysis, I was really stunned. It is totally surprising data that I got. As we are the secretary, we did a very detailed study on that. We found
that 65% of the CRB funding is going to IIT and 65%. And only 11% goes to universities. Now, why universities are not getting funds? The reason is that their appetite has been there. If you ask any university in the country and ask any PI that I'm going to give you 20 crore, I will bet if you can spend 20 crore in 5 years. Appetite is very low. And this is a word of absolute knowledge. So, whenever you have competition, there always a person who has been able to write their proposal, who has better infrastructure, who has better appetite, will win the proposal. So that has been the reason why we had this kind of anomaly and inequality. When we drafted the NRF, I had the honor of drafting the NRF, and the bill. This was a point that I brought with me, that I think we need to have disengage this kind of and keep the different kind of competition. So university should not compete with IITs. University must compete with university. So this is a new kind of initiative that we are bringing as part of the NRF. That now there is a separate fund for university. They will not have to compete with IIT. Keeping that in mind, we started a new program called, and I tell you this, central universities are still better. State university conditions are pathetic. There are 3 things that any researcher will need. One, the researcher needs infrastructure, R&D infrastructure. If you don't have equipment, how can you run any good experiment? And most of the, except mathematics, all other science is experimental. So you need good R&D infrastructure. Second thing, you need good faculty. Faculty should be well trained. And third, you need good students. And they are all interrelated. Once you have good R&D infrastructure, you can attract good faculty. When you have good faculty, you can attract good students. They are all interrelated. So now, as part of the NRF, what we are going to do is we are going to create big size center excellence in universities. Big size, I mean not few crore, or it will be 100 crore level. And how are you going to attract good faculty? We're going to create a kind of incubation at the university level. The best, expert in the world, not in India, will be given kind of offer to join university. Even the kind of some of the faculty in IITs also will be given that offer to join. It will be difficult, but we will want to bring a level playing field in the research. That's very important for university. Look at the kind of anomaly that we have. We have 1,200 universities in the country. Out of that, 900 are state universities. Only 58 are central universities, and IITs are 162. So, this kind of anomaly of IITs really, not really, I am an IITian, so I'm not against it, but I am completely against the kind of inequality that exists in the system. This
the climate change program of DST has a very interesting history. In 2006, a new Ministry of Earth Sciences was created, and the three departments from DST, Inauguration, IITM, and IND were taken out and merged with Ministry of Earth Sciences. And when this in 2008, the National Action Plan was created, and the two national missions were given to DST. DST had nothing, no institution to start to implement these national missions. So we had to literally start from the scratch. In 2010, we started from the scratch. And from then to now, we have now 17 Center of Excellence, we have 32 major R&D programs, we have 5 task forces, we have 100 projects as part of the 18 National Network Program, and so many other things. So total 300 projects we have covering more than 1,800 scientists. This is much larger than the intravenous system that we have as part of IND, IITM, and so on. So now this is we did a lot of study with intravenous and stuff. And in fact, recently we developed, I don't know how many would have seen, a National Climate Research Agenda. This climate research agenda was in fact prepared by mid-level scientists in those who are in 40s and 50s. We did not deliberately include the people who have retired and who have been very senior. Deliberately we prepared this agenda for 2030, keeping in mind the vision of mid-level and younger people, so that they will be able to implement this agenda for the future. The Center of Excellence here is, as I said, we've been waiting for this day to come. Last 7-8 years, we in fact, I visited Allahabad University twice and interacted with him, and I realized that there is a deeper strength here in this, and Sunil is doing wonderful work with the entire team. I'm sure with this kind of center that he is being given, granted, so he'll be able to create a very good group, or create a good kind of culture around him, and especially the students that are the strength of any center. In fact, when we started the first center as part of DST, that was at IIT Bombay, we had 20.
You need to create synergy. You need to create meetings. You don't need to invite people. Just get all the students together. Let them have a student conference. In our department, we have created student symposium. We tell the students, you have to organize. We tell the students, you have to invite all the students. Because they start getting trained in what they have to do after they have done. So anyway, I really think that I can go on and on and on. And Dr. Gupta made a very good point. This inequality, this is a social problem. It's not just university. It's inequality of wealth, it's inequality of income, it's inequality of opportunity. And more time I spend in the US, more socialist I become. I think it's very unfair. I think that cognitive action plans, when you take remedial measures to help institutions which are dying, this is totally justified in my opinion. So, and ultimately, they will get positive feedback and things will multiply. So now they will produce students and then they will produce students. So I really think we need, but here's the thing, see, most of the time, the government leader or the political leader has a lot of control and power, and they say, I want to create an institution in my district. That's what happens in USA. But here, you have somebody like Dr. Gupta, who as a personal leader saw the opportunity and created a whole network of institutions. Nobody told him that he had to do it. There was no memo from PMO that you have to create 17 centers. It was initiated. So, yes, thank you. Congratulations. Now, I should speak a few minutes. Do I have to talk about science? So, as you know, there are three basic topics that I. One is the monsoon, and the other is the climate change. Now, it appears that both are related, very related. So, first, a few words about monsoon. Of course, you can hear a lot more from faculty here. The most important thing has happened in the last 1 year, I would say 1.5 years, about the monsoon. It has been most not only important but so shocking to me. Because I have for the last 10 years, as they know, believed in very high resolution dynamical models which use very fast supercomputers. So we started with gigaflop computers, then we went to teraflop. Now, for the last few years, we have been using petaflop computers. And we keep increasing the resolution of the models. Why resolution? Because we want to resolve the planet in very small boxes. And if you have got 10 million boxes, and each box has 10 equations, you got 100 million equations. If you increase it, then you got a billion equations. And then you solve each one of them in a steps of a few. So you need supercomputer. There is no doubt about it. And it's so funny that in this July, we were having a big conference in Berlin, in the Berlin Summit, how to get the next generation exaflop computers. So exaflop computers are 1,000 times faster than petaflop. And that now, of course, you can get that speed. The power consumption will be so high that no city can afford that much power. So now they have to use GPUs, and people are using. And consumption of electricity for using computers has become such a big issue now. You know, National Center for Atmospheric Research in Boulder, Colorado. You know, this is the biggest supercomputer from the world. The city of Colorado said, we can't give you any more power. Then NPower said, we cannot give you any more power. You just run your computer. They had to move their supercomputer from Boulder to Wyoming, because Wyoming has a lot of power. So I'm saying it's a very complicated thing. But the reason I'm explaining that is because what we have learned in the last few years, that AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, are able to produce pretty good quality weather forecasts. If you have a very good quality past data for 50 or 60 years. And that's one of the things that we did about 30, 40 years ago. We did reanalysis of data. We said that let's reanalyze the data. That reanalysis data has become now the source of every artificial intelligence machine learning model. So this is a new development, and there is a greater scope now for many groups in the university to collaborate, not just for predicting weather, but how to apply this information to farmers, to health experts, to energy suppliers, to all the stakeholders in society. So I think this is a great opportunity for many sectors to collaborate. The last topic I want to talk to, which is also my favorite topic, is climate change. Now, America is one of the few countries in the world which I used to think I know America. I don't anymore. All right? After Trump became president, I decided, okay, I don't know this country. Nobody understands what is happening in America. That's the only country in the world where large number of people do not believe in global warming. I don't find any people in India, in Europe, and so on. So there is another kind of challenge there. So I don't know whether there is any such problem here. I'm assuming everybody is fully behind, right, the science of global warming. I just want to tell the students that the science of global warming is well established. You know physics, you can understand. If you know why it gets cold at night, you can understand climate. If you know why Venus temperature is 600 degrees, but our temperature is 80 degrees centigrade, that means that's how simple it is. And we have a very stable climate for 10,000 years. 10,000 years. This time, the whole civilization grew. Agriculture is only 8,000 years old. All industrial revolution, all grew within the last 10,000 years. So, this is quite interesting that the reason our civilization has grown, almost major developments of civilization, transportation, health, medicine, agricultural production, or because of greenhouse gas, fossil fuel. Only now we know that fossil fuels are doing a big harm to the country, to the world. So how do you handle such a problem? So I refer to this as a real dilemma for humanity. There's no reason to look down at a problem. No, it's a genuine problem. We are all responsible for it. Every time we drive a car, we are contributing to it. Every time we turn on air conditioner, we are contributing to it. So it's really a genuine problem, and the whole society has to work together to be able to do it. And a lot of work is going on. So we need social scientists, we need climate scientists, we need energy experts, we need to work together, we need agricultural experts, what kind of seeds we need to do so that we can keep the production going on in the pipeline. So I think for young people, there's a great future because there are unlimited number of problems society is going to face. But of course, young people also play a big role in helping the problem. In USA and Europe, it is the young people who are making all the changes. Government politicians are so much influenced by the lobby who give money. They never make policy to cut down the fossil. These young people, they are protesting. They're saying, no, our future is involved. But the pity is that individual actions can go only so far. It is only government action that we need. So what the young people can do? Just two things they can do. One is, you can change your personal habits so that your carbon footprint is not high. That's what you can do. You can talk about it to other your neighbors, to those people. You can tell them in a friendly way. Don't tell them because in the US this is a problem. Hey, you are stupid. You don't know what you are doing to the environment. Nobody will listen to that. But you can always talk to them. But the most important thing, at least in the US, we tell the young people, you elect leaders who believe in global warming because they have to go and change the policy. So I really think that it's quite an amazing combination of words this title has. And as I say, these are my favorite topics. Monsoon, but also in the changing climate. So that means we need to understand both climate. My personal feeling is that, and these scientists better agree, so we don't agree with it, we still don't know what will really happen to monsoon in the changing climate. We don't know. That's why it's a great topic for research. And you guys should be the first one to make authoritative statements. This is what we know, this is what we don't know. See, in science, many times we are very reluctant to say we don't know. I tell you, you will be helping a lot by simply honestly saying you don't know. Because if you don't know, then you have to research. And you have to tell what do you need to do to know. So the most dangerous thing would be if people come out and say, I know, this is what will happen. We don't know, I'm telling you honestly. But at the same time, doesn't mean we can wait forever. So we have to be prepared for what it is going to do. So anyway, I think that it's a very kind of controversial topic because I was very happy when Mr. Modi appointed me to go to the Paris Climate Conference. You know, Paris Climate Conference 2015, the member of the Inauguration. It was best conference. The whole world agreed global warming is real. And India is doing a great job of doing solar energy. The only problem is that the world community feels that India has not taken any action about coal, consumption of coal. And so it's a very genuine problem. You have to compete between development of society versus consumption of greenhouse gas, of the consumption energy. Because if you plot the development index, any first of all lesson development index, and the amount of energy used, it's a linear curve. More energy we use in a country, more developed we are. Okay? So therefore, we have to use energy. One question is which energy. So anyway, I think that, like I say, I have no words. I hope I didn't forget. I don't think there's one thing I did forget. On the science field, I really think that this climate change goes beyond physics and climate. It's a big topic in physics department also. And the collaboration between the physics department and Banerjee Center, we can generate a new generation of students who are interested in the science and the physics department. I mean, it's just one compassionate subject. So anyway, I think with these words, I say, I really, first of all, I do have to congratulate the place because he did it, he came. I told him I'm going there, but I'm going there with you. So we are here together. I have to congratulate Smith for writing a winning proposal. That's a great thing. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for this insightful lecture. It's my privilege that Sir Chetan Sharma is in Department of Biochemistry, Professor in Biochemistry, and Deputy Dean Faculty of Science. So I would like to invite Professor Chetan Sharma, sir, for his address.
Good morning, everyone. On the dais, Professor Jagdish, History Senior Advisor, Professor Dignitary, the Coordinator of Air Energy Center for Atmospheric Energy Institute, Professor Banerjee, the anchor of the whole event, Dr. Shanti, on the dais, my senior hosts, Professor Sanjay Saxena, Dean KBCAOS, Dr. Banerjee, Professor Dignitary, Professor Banerjee, Professor Banerjee, Professor Shanti Sundaramji, Professor Govinda, Professor Singh from Environmental Science, Dignitary, Professor Keynote from Dr. University, Dr. Pandey, Professor Manoj Sharma, Professor Siddiqui, Professor P.J. Singh, Professor Anwar Pandey, Ashwini, there are several others. My dearest students and friends, it's a great opportunity actually for me to be here. And I am here just because of the instruction of our Honorable Vice Chancellor. I could not make it to be here because of certain preoccupations. This university, this current scenario or the present scenario, I would like to share with Professor Sublai that it was not the same after 3 years or 4 years. Actually, this is the Herculean task and the great challenge taken up by our President Vice Chancellor, Professor Sangeeta Srivastava, who is such a visionary Vice Chancellor to transform the university in a beautiful green campus with so many other things added to it, which we are enjoying now. And we are trying with that spirit and the energy to move ahead. I congratulate Dr. Smith Vidi for bringing DST, Varahamihira Center of Excellence in Climate, to the University of Allahabad. It is really a new feather in the cap of the university. We have led it. So congratulations to you. On behalf of the university and on behalf of the Faculty of Science and Research, I welcome Professor Banerjee for making it possible to travel all the way from Allahabad University in United States to be here and to inspire all the young minds, including us. When I was interacting with Marty, he said that he passed out from Banaras University, Department of Geophysics, in 1964. I was just 4-year-old then, so one can imagine the level of seniority that he has. And Dr. Chalendra has actually expressed the credentials, and when you were speaking, we all were just spellbound to hearing your experiences in the area of climate research. When we talk about climate, we really get concerned about 3 components of it: air, water, and soil. And the change relates basically to temperature increase in the environment. I am very thrilled and heartily welcome Professor Allahabad, who has given a very vivid description about the planning of government of India to address the disasters and different climatic conditions changing and bringing threats to the human being, animals, everyone is on the threat. And how government of India is planning to make wonderful and excellent research on it to make everyone apprised as what's going to happen in the near future or maybe in longer term. So thank you so much, sir, for being over here in August and to inspire all the researchers to take up the DST projects on these issues. So I have been part of the UGC HRDC programs, which Dr. Smith has conducted and he has been conducting at relevant levels. And climate change has been given a topic to speak on. So I remember, sir, that it was easy to spoil the natural assets and resources. And it's really very difficult to reverse it back. I was studying one of the international politics on climate and what the world leaders think about it. The developed countries, of course, they have explored the environment like anything. The emission of carbon in the environment has contributed enormously in global warming. How it has happened? Now, how to reverse it back? And if you look into literature available, you will come to know that billions of dollars are expected to be spent. And no more countries coming forward to take up this task. On the other hand, the pollution to the assets and the ingredients of environment is going on continuously because of the human activity and rapid industrialization. So what I wish to say that this is the need to stress on and to carry out extensive development research in this area and to design few things, few strategies. Now in India, our Prime Minister committee has started new initiatives in terms of the startups and the indigenous technologies for this environment, which has been kept as decided to speak on as the national theme. So the indigenous technologies perhaps can become a tool to solve these upcoming problems which the developed countries have posed on us. Of course, we being a developing country, we deserve, we have the credit to be the first in the world in terms of population. So more the population you have, more the challenges you also have to face. So that's why we are having greater responsibility to share how best we can make the environment safe and sustainable. When we talk about sustainability, the environment, the congenial environmental assets should be transferred to our next coming generation for years ahead. That we are doing or not is the time to analyze ourselves. There are so many things to speak, but once again, from all of us, I welcome the dignitaries here on the dais and congratulations to Sunil Vedi once again that you were successful in giving this much of ground for starting with this, I conclude. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now this is the time to felicitate the dignitaries and dais representing Sol in Momento. I request Professor Jayant Tripathi sir, Head Department of Earth and Planetary Sciences, to facilitate our chief guest, Dr. S. Professor, representing Sol in Momento. Now I request Dean Secretary of Science, Dr. Jason Sharma sir, to felicitate Professor representing Sol in Momento. Now I request Professor Sunil Dwivedi, coordinator of KBCAOS, to present Sol in Momento to our Dean and Jason Sharma. Now we are reaching at the end of the ceremony. It's my pleasure to invite our colleague Dr. Sudhir Kumar Singh to host vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Sevenbhai. Thank you on behalf of the Banerjee Center of Counseling and Social Studies, University of Allahabad. First of all, we are thankful to the Almighty God for making today's pleasure and resounding success. We express our gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Dignitary, Department of Science and Technology, Science and Engineering Research Board, and Senior Advisor DST Government of India for providing us financial support and opportunity to work in the field of climate change and DST Varahamihira Center of Excellence in Climate Change. Thank you, sir. We extend our sincere thanks to today's guest of honor of the program, Professor Dignitary, a distinguished professor at
George Mason University, United States of America, for his continuous motivation and support, encouragement on scientific discussions related to atmospheric and social sciences. We express our heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sangeeta Srivastava Madam, for her blessing, continuous encouragement, and all kind of support. We are thankful to our Dean, Professor Mitchell Sharma sir, Faculty of Science, University of Allahabad, for continuously motivating to work in the field of atmospheric and ocean science, and also providing all kind of support. We are thankful to also thanks to Dr. A.K. Sahai sir, Faculty A.K. Sahai, ex Director Mission Monsoon, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Pune, for supporting and guiding us on scientific deliberation. He has also provided lot of funding for our center to work in the field of monsoon. So, and we are thankful to Professor Arkiman, Coordinator DST Mahamana Center for Center of Excellence in Climate Change Research, and Dean Institute of Environment and Sustainable Development, Banaras University, Professor R.K. Vatla sir, ex-head Department of Geophysics, Institute of Science, Banaras University, for regularly visiting our center and guiding us related to problems of monsoon and climate change. We express our thanks to Dean of various faculty, Dean Research Development, Dean CDC, Dean Student Welfare, Director of various institute, Head of Department, Coordinator of different centers, and centers of University of Allahabad, on all the faculty members present here for their precious presence. We express our thanks to Registrar, Finance Officer, Account Department, Engineering Department, BC Secretariat, State Office, staff of ICT cell and Language Lab, University of Allahabad, for their sustenance for conducting this inauguration ceremony. We are thankful to Dr. Visajal, who has appointed his student for the Gulgeet and Saraswati Vandana. We are also thankful to the students of the Jagatan. They have performed the puja. We owe special gratitude to administrative staff and non-teaching staff of University and KBCAOS Center of Atmospheric and Social Studies, who have worked hard to ensure the success. We are also thankful to our students who made this event a grand success. I owe special thanks to all the students invited present here for accepting our invitation and making this inauguration ceremony a memorable. We thank to the main member of print and electronic media for investing interest in covering the event and all who work directly or indirectly for this function. Once again, I thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.
Now I request all of you to stand up for Mr.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you. I invite all of